Hi, everybody, and welcome back to an emergency episode of the Power Motor Yacht Podcast. We got the crew here: Captain Bill Pike, Charlie Levine, Simon Murray, and Carly Sisson. Everyone is coming fresh off an issue ship. We literally put the September issue to bed 7 minutes ago, and jumping on here to talk about our Best Boats contest. It's a contest that's been running a little over a week over on Instagram. And guys, we knew it was going to get a reaction. We designed it to strike a nerve. Throw it out to the crowd. Did anybody expect the reaction we got so far?
Quite frankly, I'm stunned.
Captain Bill is stunned. Carly, what do you think about the reaction? You're the one actually executing some of these posts.
You know, I wasn't surprised because you put a bunch of passionate boaters in front of a bunch of really famous boats, and everyone's going to have their opinions. And people like to argue online too, so I think that kind of fueled some of the comments that we've received in a good way.
Who knew the internet was a place to argue with each other and throw your opinions out there? This is news to me, but it was at least this time for the greater good. Charlie, what did you think of the reaction?
I was surprised how sassy people got. I mean, you're still allowed to have an opinion, right? It's like people are voting and then getting shamed about it. So I think it's kind of hilarious, but I like the passion.
Sure. Well, let's kick it to the man with so far a nearly perfect bracket, Simon Murray. It's I gotta say, if you would have told me Hinckley and Rybovich in the finals, I think I did laugh at you. Not that I would. I think I openly laughed. So apologies.
Yeah, no, not accepted. But yeah, I don't know if it's like such a big reward to have called the public opinion of these boats. But I guess I'm just glad that that I share the same interest in two of the 10, 12.
Yeah. Top 10.
As most of our viewers / readers, I do want to bring up one comment that we got from, you guys were talking about how some people sharpen their knives. So this one guy, D Sorensen _508, he said he voted for Grand Banks out of spite because Hinckley never should have won over the Bertram 31. Okay, fair. PMY's readers / followers these days seem to be the type to forget the fenders and take 20 minutes at the boat ramp.
Oh,
and you're right, because I've done both. I caused a pretty big traffic jam at Bassmaster Classic and at the boat ramp. That's just not one of my finer points in life. And definitely have forgotten fenders back at the dock. So,
I got to say, though, Simon, 20 minutes to launch a boat. What's this guy talking about? A canoe? I mean, it's, it takes 20 minutes to launch most any boat, I would say.
And it's okay to forget your fenders on the dock. It's not okay to leave them hanging off the side of your boat when you're 10 miles offshore. That's real.
There's some cheeky stuff here.
Agreed. It's Hinckley, it definitely caught some haters, but it definitely really showed how passionate that audience was. I mean, let's walk Hinckley through the lineup here a little bit. We had a pretty tight first round. It almost anyone have the percentages up with the contest against the Midnight Lace was pretty heated.
Yeah, 64% Hinckley.
All right, so 64, but still pretty tight. I mean, to the Midnight Lace. Then comes out strong with the second rounder against the Bertram. I mean, that I think was the upset of the bracket. Fair to say.
Yeah, I don't know. That seems rigged or something.
I think Hinckley fans are the silent majority because everyone in the comments was full on Bertram, and after that round, everyone was still saying strong for the Bertram. So
I think probably the Hinckley following paid more attention and actually voted in the story like they were supposed to, but the Bertram crowd just got so fired up they started commenting and not realizing that wasn't the name of the contest.
You don't suppose Martha Stewart perhaps marshaled a whole bunch of people in Connecticut to vote for the Hinkley picnic boat.
I think she did, Bill. I think they used the influencer power.
Yeah, she called up her buddy Snoop Dogg, and they just put out the.
They put out the word, man.
Should we talk about that weird marketing campaign? I mean, is it brilliant or is it awful? I don't know.
But the Bertram 31, I mean, when you use the word classic, right? It's, to me, the Hinkley's not a classic. It's a beautiful boat, but has it really like attained the status of classic?
Well,
It might win. It might win. It's like leading right now. You go boat. Go
It's
boat.
only been around for about 20 some years.
But classic is not part of the name of the game. It's not the tournament. It's the best boat of all time bracket, not classic.
So it could be a boat that was built this year.
It could. I don't think you would. It was the best boat of all time built this year. I mean, it's true. And Simon's touching on a good point. We did not make the caveat of best classic. It was best boat, and readers got fired up about that for sure.
Yeah, but isn't longevity a measure of greatness?
I think so. I mean, I think that's why we had Whaler in there. It's you son of a gun. You self-serving son of a gun. All right.
Anyway, I'm still bruised a little bit, somewhat bruised.
Well, Bill, let's kick it to you here for a second, because as Simon had the perfect finals, you had
one of the worst.
You had not one of you. You had the worst bracket out of the group. You had the wrong picks. How do you feel?
Bad.
Well,
you don't understand it. I'm stunned by this result.
It was pretty terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible. I mean, I love the Bertram too. You know, the Bertram got the axe, the Kate Dory got the axe, the Grand Bank got the axe. These are all like some of my favorite boats. I can't understand it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight.
Kids these days on Instagram, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of switching over to the TikTok.
Oh, all right.
That's something I want to see. I'm fully in support of that decision.
If Bill gets one, I'll get one.
TikTok has been put on notice.
Oh man. Well, so we had the final round has been live at the time of this recording for about 3 hours and 18 minutes now. And that's part of the reason for the emergency podcast, the emergency broadcast, is we have a tight battle here. Let me pull it up here. We are 53% Hinkley, 47% Rybovich. Let me pull up some of the actual votes. 356 for Rybo and 406 for Hinkley. I mean, who would have thought it'd be this tight? It's tight.
It's a sign of the times that every vote these days is really tight.
Oh man, it's yeah, and we gotta have like the countdown. I'm gonna make broadcasts when every state closes, every time zone ends. But
you got to get those khaki pants that guy from CNN wears, and the board. You need the board.
I definitely need a board. Yeah. Yep. Well, I mean, should we go around the horn? Final round of predictions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take that as yes. Let's start with Carly. Who do you have overall best boat?
I think the Rybovich should win. I think the Hinkley will win.
Ooh, hot take. Huh. Good answer too. Charlie.
I'm going with the Rybovich. I mean, most people on the water, maybe it's just in my world, but most people on the water are fishermen, and that boat really spawned the modern day sport fishing boat. So it deserves to win. Nothing against the Hinkley. The Hinkley's got its own place. You know, that's where I'm going.
Okay. All right. I like it. Simon, the man with the perfect bracket. Who'd you have originally?
Well, what, to win?
Yes.
Hinkley to win. Rybo in second. I will say that it's going to look similar to my bracket, especially if Hinkley wants to gift me maybe a boat. I mean, call me up, guys. I had you guys number one. That picnic boat is a classic from day one. Maybe not a classic in some eyes, Charlie, but for me, it's timeless beauty. But if I'll hedge a little bit. I think Rybo's going to win. I think I'm going to be wrong. I don't think I'll be vindicated.
Ooh, Ooh, all right.
Well, there goes your boat, Simon.
That's it. Easy. Yeah.
It,
I take it back. I take it
normally
back.
doesn't switch sides this late though. Normally just the difference keeps getting larger as the contest goes on, but maybe people will show up and vote and prove me wrong.
That's it. Get out and vote, people. This is the campaign. Captain Bill.
Well, what Simon just said reminds me of the shameless commerce division of Car Talk.
Okay.
All right, but I'm with Carly. I think the Hinckley is going to win,
Okay.
but probably the Rybovich should. I mean, it's been around much longer, and it's started. It was at the beginning of a genre of boats that I mean is comparatively huge today. But I don't think it's going to win. I think the Hinckley's going to win.
Do we have to do a recount?
All the results are saved. We will be posting that so people can actually see that we're not making up, despite what they claim in the comments and now in my DMs for some reason. But this is a tight one. I wonder if it comes down to demographics a bit. Also, you got the Hinckley crowd as a huge social media audience, huge social following. Rybovich does, but not quite the star-studded power of Hinckley. Rybovich is an interesting one too, because I think it appeals to both sport fish owners and sport fishermen, but also lovers of classic pretty boats. Not to say that the Hinckley isn't beautiful, it is, and certainly innovative in the Down East category. And I gotta say I'm with you guys that I think my heart's probably voting for the Rybovich, but you can't count Hinckley out with the amount of upsets they've had so far, especially to the Bertram. It'd be a fool's errand to bet against them.
It should be interesting. When do we find out for sure?
So today we're recording this Thursday afternoon. We will know Friday at noon. The contest will be over, and on all our social channels and over on the website we'll declare the winner. But another thing that'll be interesting is this feedback. Some of the comments and the finished bracket will find its way into a story in our October issue, which is the next issue we're working on. And also, this has started a lot of good debate. People really gave us some heat for why we picked the original boats, and it was tough. It came down to a couple of factors, a lot of it being editorial discretion. But seeing all the votes we got, all the feedback we got, I mean, we're talking thousands of votes for each boat in the contest. I think we struck a nerve, and I don't know what you guys think, but it seems to be an appetite to kind of break this contest down even further. Best sport fish boat, best custom boat, classic, things like that. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Sounds good.
All right.
It's hard to put a Boston whaler up against, a 13-foot whaler up against a 40-foot anything. It's just they're two different animals, and they could both pull at your heartstrings for different reasons. But
right. I mean, I guess I look forward to that. I think it'd be fun to kind of continue this breakdown, and for me, it's been really, really fun to engage with some of our readers. I mean, even the guys that are throwing heat, or some of the guys that are, maybe calling us out. It really shows how passionate, and especially some of these comments, and how knowledgeable our audience really is. So, I look forward to doing some more of these in the months ahead. So That's it. Someone start humming the final countdown. That's Hinckley versus Rybovich. Get out and vote over our Instagram page at Power and Motor Yacht.
Go Rybovich.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
We find out tomorrow.
I'll be out on my picnic boat sometime soon. Hinckley.
Joey Hopes, easily biased. I like it.
Is that a Hinckley hat you're wearing there?
Wait
Simon?
a second.
Couldn't be.
All right, guys.
I just sell my boat for swag. Charlie, that's not me.
Let's get back out on the water, and be careful if we run into some of those readers out there. We got a couple of sour ones looking for us. Talk to you guys later.
Yep. Take care.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Yeah.